Okay, on this first question, we're going to label the parts of the graph. And so we need to start with the vertex, which we did talk about in class already. And the vertex is the maximum or the minimum point on the parabola. And that is the point that is on this graph down at the bottom. This is the vertex for the parabola. For the axis of symmetry, this is the line that divides the graph into the middle. So the axis of symmetry is the line in the middle. So that is this line here, this blue one that is in the middle of the graph, that cuts our graph in half. It does go through the vertex as well. This line is the axis of symmetry. Okay. The y-intercept is where the graph crosses the y-axis. So this right here is the y-axis. And where our graph crosses the y-axis would be at this point right here. It's where that red line, that red curve crosses the y-axis. So this right here is the y-intercept. Y-intercept. And the reflection point of the y-intercept is the point that has the same height, but it's on the other side of the axis of symmetry. So this is the y-intercept. Then on the other side of this axis of symmetry, this point right here would be the reflection point. So this is the reflection point. Okay. Next is the x-intercept. That's where the curve crosses the x-axis. So there's this line right here. This is the x-axis. And so these points right here are where the line or the curve crosses the x-axis. So these would be the x-intercepts. Those are the x-intercepts. And finally, it asks to tell if the vertex is a minimum or a maximum. This one here is a minimum, because it is the lowest point. If you did have a graph that was like this, then the vertex would be a maximum. So if it was kind of an upside down quadratic, then it would be a maximum. But that is all that we need to do for the labeling on this graph. We do not need to do this word problem because we will not be doing that on the class.